What's up guys? So at last we've got ourselves a new squat rack, bar and bumper plates. I'll put some links down below so you can find all that stuff out if you want to have a look. But it gives us the opportunity to go and discuss and teach you how to efficiently do exercises like squats and deadlifts. And today we are doing just that. We are talking about the deadlift. The reason we're doing a deadlift is one, because it's my favorite exercise. Two, it's absolutely awesome for you. And three, so many people get it wrong. To the point that people come to me and say, I don't deadlift, it's bad for you. Let's just get this straight. If you are healthy and you've got no previous injuries, deadlifting is not bad for you, bad technique is bad for you. So let's get stuck into it. Let's talk about how we do the exercises, some cues that we need to do, and some common mistakes that we often see, so that you can start deadlifting much better, increasing your weight and feeling more confident. All right, awesome. So now we can do the fun bit. Let's start off nice and simply, build up on it, and get you deadlifting more weight than ever before, but safely. So we're gonna start. Feet are gonna be underneath the hips. We bring ourselves down towards a bar. When I'm down here, my shins personally are touching the bar. If they're not touching, they're gonna be pretty close. The reason we're doing that is because when we start to lift this bar up, the closer it is to our legs, the easier it is for us to lift. That is because it's the fastest point is straight up. So to get this bar from the floor to up to our hip height, the quickest way is straight up. If we're lifting with the bar out here, it's going to take an arc, it takes longer to come up, it's also a lot harder for our body because we're in an unfavored position where our back's going to round, and that's something that we really want to avoid. We've got a double overhand grip. As it starts to get harder, you might split them over, but let's just stay overhand for the moment. We're going to come down here. Ideally, we want our butt or our hips to be lower than our shoulders. If you're super tall, it might be a little bit higher, but let's try and keep it down there if we can. And then we're gonna have a neutral spine. I often get this wrong, I lift my head up, but you want neutral spine, and then we're gonna pack our shoulder blades back. We're gonna keep everything tight. So when I say pack your shoulder blades back, I don't mean lift your shoulders up to your ears, I mean nip your shoulder blades together and keep everything tight. Because we want to be as rigid as possible, because we're going to explode and we're going to put all that force through the floor to try and get that bar from A to B as fast as possible, okay? Especially when there's a lot of weight on there. The heavier that weight gets, if you're putting the same amount of effort into it, it's going to start coming up slower and slower because obviously there's more resistance. So down here, shoulder blades packed back. So shoulder blades back like this. If I haven't got them packed back, look what happens when I lift. I lose that bit of movement there. Straight away, I've given myself a weak link, and that can be the difference between you getting your weight up and not getting it up. No flexion in the spine, we've got that thoracic extension. It's lovely and extended. From there, I'm gonna drive away through the floor. Deep breath, brace the abs. Right, at the top, my head's neutral. It's not down here, it's not up here, and I'm not hyperextended. I'm not finishing my lift like this, okay? I'm just upright. My hips are extended, my butt is squeezed tight. On my way down, I lower it down past the thighs by pushing the bum back. Once it comes past the knees, I bend the knees into the floor. Each rep, stop and put the bar down. Stay down where you are, reset yourself, pack the shoulder blades back, and repeat again. The reason I say this is because a lot of us, me included in the past, deadlift and we bounce it off the floor each time. I think it's Isaac Newton's second law. For every action, there's a reaction. So if you're bouncing off the floor, you're cheating yourselves on weight and reps and ultimately progression. When we go to do our lift, often what we see is the bum lifts first. What this does is the bum lifts first, you're then putting all this weight in an unfavored position. You've got to use your back a lot more. You have more chance of rounding. So really lift that chest up, keep that back straight, push down through the legs and drive that bar up. Another one is letting the bar roll away from your legs, keep it nice and close to your body, and keep yourself back and as tight as you can. Another one I actually see a lot is when people deadlift and they shrug at the top. No need to do that, just keep your shoulder blades back and up at the top, okay? So there you have it guys, that's how to deadlift. If you've not done deadlifts before, start nice and light and just work in the technique until you feel comfortable. If you have any questions or queries, drop them in the comment box and I will reply to as many as I can. If you have a next video, say I want to see how to squat, I want to see how to split squat, whatever it may be, drop it in the comment box below and I'll get back to it. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you haven't and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you this time next week. Love you loads guys, bye.